Well, the festive season is here, and so is the heightened demand for travel. The tourism and the hospitality sectors are gearing up to reap the maximum benefits from this peak season as demand both domestically and internationally rises. So much so that companies have already begun unveiling some of the festive season sales and discounted packages to woo travelers. Joining in to discuss the top travel trends this festive season, with me is a very special guest right now, Neeraj Singh Dev. He's the Executive Vice President of Thomas Cook and SOTC Travel, joining right in. Mr. Singh, welcome to Business Today Television, and thank you so much for taking the time out for this discussion. And this is something that, a lot of our viewers would be interested in knowing from you. How is the demand really shaping up when it comes to travel and tourism trends this festive season vis-a-vis the last time around?
Yeah, thank you, Business Today team, and it's a pleasure being with you. And the travel trend always is a very exciting time, travel, especially during the festive period. We have different festive periods which are happening in October and continue till Christmas and New Year season. You have east of India traveling throughout the world and within India during Durga Puja holidays, and followed by we have Dasara break coming in next week, and then followed by Diwali vacation, and which after that we have honeymoon, the marriage season in India, which is the honeymoon period follows the marriage season, and after that we have Christmas and New Year. So it's an exciting time, especially for the travelers, and we will see a lot of travel happening within India as well as internationally.
So how are the bookings and the inquiries really picking up, and how does it compare over last year?
So if I compare this with the last year, I think the inquiry trend and the booking trend, what we are seeing is at least up by 50% compared to October to December last year quarter. And the demand is, universally spread, and we are seeing a strong demand for India. We are also seeing a strong demand for short-haul destinations like Southeast Asia, Middle East, and CIS countries. And we are also seeing a very strong demand for countries like Australia and Europe.
Okay. Any new trends that you've spotted this season, Mr. Singh? And is there any increased appetite for, say, exclusive and premium experiences? Because we've been seeing that in various other sectors, like real estate sector, we are seeing heightened demand for the luxury homes this time around. So people with the high-end capacity are actually going ahead for the most premium experiences. Does that thing reflect even in the tourism and the travel space as well?
Yes, absolutely. In fact, this is the first time within India you have two international luxury cruise liners, which are, which will be sailing from Mumbai, and they will be covering destinations like Goa, Cochin, and Lakshadweep. These cruise liners are Costa Cruises International, they are internationally recognized cruise liners, as well as Cordelia Cruises, which will be sailing from Mumbai for the period of November to December and continuing till January, February, March. So these are the new, the products which first time international cruise liners are sailing from India. So consumers from India, they don't need any passports, they don't need any visas. They can, take the cruising experience while, not having the visa. They can avoid the visas and passports. So I think this is a great opportunity. Apart from that, the destinations like Rajasthan, Andaman, the Goa, Kerala, these destinations, and Kashmir, of course, these destinations are very popular during October to December period, during the festive period, and we are seeing a very strong demand. This is as far as India is concerned. When it comes to international, we see a very strong demand for Southeast Asia. We are seeing a strong demand for destinations like Japan. Japan is for premium customers. People, because of the ticket item, because of the tourist cost. And apart from that, what we have seen new trends are the destinations in CIS countries like Azerbaijan, Georgia, Uzbekistan. These are some of the destinations which are trending, where we have the direct connectivity of being, from the foreign airlines as well as Indian airlines, which are started flying to these sectors. So we are seeing a very brisk and demand for these destinations.
Okay. Any festive offers that you are planning to launch or have already launched to reap the benefits of the heightened demand this time?
Yes, so we already have the cruise buy one get one offers, which are currently are available on our website and our retail branches throughout India. And we also have, partnered with Cathay Pacific for Fly Free campaign to Hong Kong. And Hong Kong has fully recovered, and Hong Kong is fully open for Indian visitors. You don't require any visa. So these are some of the offers which I'm talking about. Apart from that, every weekend we continuously, giving new offers to customers, and very soon we will be coming out for more offers during Diwali period and Christmas New Year period for customers to travel within India as well as in short haul destinations.
Okay, talk to us a little bit about how have the tariffs been shaping up for both hotels and for airfares when we talk about vis-a-vis the last season that you have seen, because this time around a lot of other things are at play. We have the World Cup back at home, then of course we will also be hosting some beauty pageants right here. A lot of heightened interest will also be on the incoming passengers when it comes to our incoming travelers to India, because of these added on advantages that we will reap on in the same period as the festive season.
Yes, so especially the World Cup, ICC World Cup taking place in India, there are around 11 venues where these World Cup matches are happening. And what we have seen is the airfares, on a higher side, almost up by 60 to 70% during the, one day prior to the match. That's what we have seen. Apart from that, I think it's traditionally what we have been seeing year on year basis. The airfares usually are high, especially during Diwali. What we have seen is from metros to non-metro routes, the airfares go high, because a lot of people who are working in metros, they want to go to their hometown, they want to visit their the tier 2 and tier 3 hometowns. So that's how the fares usually go up. However, having said that, I think the hotel tariffs during, except for the match days, they are in the range of customers, and they are not very high compared to 2022. The tariffs, I think they already went high in 2022 and they remain stabilized in 2023.
Okay. Also, there are few other factors that will be that may be at play when it comes to the demand trends. One is the current geopolitical crisis that the world is witnessing, and because of that, the impact on crude as well. How is that likely to impact both the demand for travel and the prices and the fares as well? And on the other hand, domestically, we've had regulatory changes as well when it comes to TCS being implemented on international travel. How are you looking at these two different, impactful areas, and how have they really impacted the kind of demand that you're seeing?
So as far as the geopolitics, the region for geopolitics and the situation which is, currently evolving, what we have seen is the demand for the destinations which are near to, say, in Middle East or Mediterranean region where this particular, the situation is evolving. We have seen a slight dip in demands to countries like Jordan, countries like Egypt. We have seen some dip in the demand. Having said that, we haven't seen any drop in the demand for India or for European sector or for Australia, New Zealand or for Southeast Asia, because these sectors are, isolated, and they're insulated from the events which are happening in this particular, the part of the world.
Okay, and on TCS being implemented?
So TCS, I think people, because government had implemented the 5% TCS well in advance, and this practice has been there for a couple of years. And now a selective list of customers where the customer expenses are for overseas tour packages more than 7 lakh rupees per person. I think this segment of customers is pretty less compared to the large customers where the ticket item per passenger cost is less than 7 lakh. That's the majority. So we are not seeing any dip or in the demand per se from a TCS point of view, because this is more like paying an advance tax to the government of India, and which you can reconcile or settle down through your the income tax returns when you file. So we haven't seen any dip or drop in demand in terms of 20% TCS.
Fair enough. Let's also talk about the top trends then. Where is the demand really emerging from, both domestically and internationally, the top destinations that you see people are preferring to go to? Are there any offbeat destinations that are seeing a better pickup than before vis-a-vis the traditional, places where people travel to?
Yes. So the new destinations which, I mentioned, a few minutes back, Cruising is one experience which is really working well in Indian waters. And I must mention here that India has one of the large coastline and one of the best coastlines available. And I think the cruise is an industry which is going to evolve in India tremendously. That's one part. The second part, what we are seeing, good demand for destinations, winter destinations like Kashmir, and the destinations like Rajasthan, Andamans, cities we are getting good demand is for Amritsar. Varanasi is coming up on the tourist circuit very fast, and Goa of course has always been a 365 days destination, which we continue to see a higher demand on that.
Okay, what about internationally? Because a lot of Indians prefer to travel to Thailand and Asian countries like maybe Bali, Malaysia. Are those still the top preferred destinations for Indians, or are they also looking at beyond?
Yes, so I think what we are seeing, apart from what we already see every year during October to March period, destinations like Dubai, Thailand, Bali, Singapore, Malaysia, they're doing exceptionally well. What we are seeing, the new destinations like Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi is the interest in destination Abu Dhabi has tremendously gone up in last 1.5 years, and it continued to rise. And apart from that, Vietnam has been the showstopper destination, I would say. The way it has captured the imagination of Indian travelers, we are seeing a very aggressive numbers on Vietnam. Apart from that, Japan continues to grow month on month. CIS would be the story for October to March. That's what my belief is, because the countries like the cities like Baku, the Tashkent, Tbilisi in Georgia, Almaty. These are the destinations because of the direct connectivity from Delhi and Mumbai. Airlines like you have new airlines like Azerbaijan airline flying. Indigo has started operations from Delhi. Azerbaijan airline has started from Delhi and Mumbai. So we are seeing a very brisk demand for these countries as well.
Okay. Then tell us, what is the split between business and leisure travel this time around? And is there any change vis-a-vis the last few years as a trend shaping up? Also tell us, what is the uptick that you have seen on an average spend by, a traveler this time around?
Yes, so the average, as far as answering your second question, the average spend, we are expecting average spend to go at least higher by 20 to 25% from consumers on account of the increase on the exchange rate of dollars and euros, and the higher airfares, and some of the airlines have also to offset the higher fuel costs. Some of the airlines have increased the fuel surcharges in the range of 2 to 3%. So overall, the impact, what we see from summer season to winter season, what we would see, or compared to, I would say, pre-pandemic, we would have a higher cost of 20 to 25%.
All right. Well, on that note, thank you so much, Mr. Singh, for being with us on this show and helping us really understand what to expect this festive season when it comes to the top trends of travelers, and how is the business really shaping up. All the very best to you for this entire season, and we shall touch base again to understand what has been when we look back and see what has been the festive season look like for you going forward.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, and thank you for inviting. Thank you.
All right, and with that, we wrap up this special session right here. But do stay tuned on to Business Today Television for a whole lot more coverage that continues on the other side on business and from the world of stock markets.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.